Welcome back, guys, to another video today. And today we are bringing to you Brighton versus Chelsea preview, where we will predict the predicted lineup, we will predict the result, and we'll also go with some amazing fact when these two teams have come up against each other. So let's straight away get into it. So this is a Monday night match which take place at 8:15 UK time, and it's a very exciting encounter, especially it's the first match of the season and both sides want to begin with a win. So let's straight away first of all preview the home side. Now, Brighton last year achieved their sole purpose, and that is to survive. With Brighton, when they sacked Chris Hughton, a manager who kept them comfortably up for 2 seasons, it was met with a lot of resentment, a lot of anger. Even I was the one of the guy who really criticized Brighton's move, because you're sacking an experienced guy who has kept you up for 2 years for a manager who is really inexperienced, who he has not managed at such high level, and especially he wants to play attacking football with Brighton not having that type of players. But Graham Potter has surprised us all and he has done a fantastic job. Unfortunate casualty under him has been Glenn Murray. Now, Glenn Murray was a very important player for Brighton for 2 years. But because of his attacking style, he has had to endure the bench and Neil Maupay has been preferred. But fair play to Graham Potter, he has kept the side up. And I can tell you one thing, I watched Brighton 4 or 5 times last season and they are a very good team to watch. And surprisingly, they are very good defensively. With having players like Lamptey, Connolly, so two very good young players. They also have a very good centre back option. Webster, Ben White, who has come back from Leeds United, who had a fantastic loan up there. Lewis Dunk, Dan Burn. That's a very good team. And then having players like Stephen, Proper in the midfield, along with Bissouma, that's a very good midfield. Solly March is there. In the attack, they've got Trossard, Maupay. Now, attack is where the problem is, but Maupay really impressed last season. Maupay scored 10 goals, but this is where the problem is. That after Maupay, their highest scorer was Trossard, who scored 5 goals only. This is where Brighton's biggest problem is. Now their transfers might not be that exciting, but the good thing is that they brought an experienced player like Lallana on a free. He's a really good player with a lot of experience who's only going to help them. They've also brought Veltman, who is a very experienced centre back and is really going to help their backline even more next season. Along with that, they've extended the contract of Ben White, who was even interesting Chelsea to make a move for him, who were really impressed in the championship last year. And also Lewis Dunk. He has been attracting interest from Arsenal, Chelsea, from so many Premier League clubs. And keeping him for another year and extending his contract was a very shrewd move by the Brighton board. So they've kept the core, they have some good young players like Lamptey and Connolly, and also they have brought players like Lallana, who are very experienced in Veltman. Now, as we move on to Brighton's last season, Brighton's problem was that even how sturdy they were in the defense, against big teams they used to ship a lot of goals away. They gave 26 goals away against big teams in 12 matches. But the good thing was that at home, they only conceded 27 goals at home in 19 matches, from which 5 of them were against City, 3 were against United, and 3 were against Liverpool. Against other teams, they did not give that goals away, but against big sides was their biggest problem. They used to throw a lot of goals away. That was Brighton's problem, but against other teams they were very sturdy in defense, and with having players like Burn, Webster, Dunk, White, they're only going to be better in this department. And now Lallana is there, Stephens is there, Proper is there. So Brighton had a good last year. Goals are where the problem is, and if they rectify it, then they will 100% survive. But in my opinion, they still will survive the season because Graham Potter is really structuring the side well. He has really inculcated his philosophy, that is attacking football, but also he has made the team even more sturdy in defense. So it's a very good side to watch, and Chelsea need to be very careful when they meet in this Monday. Now, let's go on to Chelsea, and what a window Chelsea are having. Kai Havertz, Ben Chilwell, Thiago Silva, Timo Werner, Hakim Ziyech, Malang Sarr, most probably adding Declan Rice, Mendy. What a window these guys are having. They've literally, like, I'm a Chelsea fan and I'm very excited this season with the way Chelsea are building the lineup. Chelsea might not have improved their biggest problem, that's defense. But Thiago Silva really provides the defense with experience. Frank Lampard even came in his press conference and he said that Chelsea miss a lot of vocal voice. Chelsea do not have the vocal voice in the centre backs, and Thiago Silva is going to do that. Now with Chelsea, Ben Chilwell, he will surely be an upgrade on Alonso and Emerson, because Alonso works in a wing-back system, and Emerson, the thing with Emerson is he really impressed till October last season, but after that he had a horrid run And unfortunately, it looks like Emerson will be sold. At the right, Chelsea have always trustable Azpilicueta and a very good young player who is only going to become better Reece James. Midfield is the one that even if Kante stays fit for the whole season, they have players like Kovacic in there. The midfield is still very good and stacked. Last year, the problem wasn't midfield didn't have goals in it, but Havertz is really going to improve that. In the front three, Chelsea will have a better front three next season. They used to have Willian, Mount, Giroud. Now they'll have Werner, Ziyech, Pulisic. That is some lineup for Chelsea next season. So Chelsea are going to be very good this season. Chelsea's biggest Achilles heels last season was losses to Bournemouth, Southampton, Newcastle, loss to Brighton, losses to Everton. This was the one which really put them at 66 points. And Chelsea will try to improve this next season to try to compete for the title or at least comfortably finish in the top 4. And this match is the one where Chelsea will have to show to us that can they break these sides down. Now Brighton is the side, I think Brighton will allow Chelsea to play their football, and which will be their biggest problem. But in future, when Chelsea will play teams like Crystal Palace, that will show us whether this team can compete for the title even now or future, or they just can't. So I think now let's get into the injury news, guys. And for Brighton, the injury news is they won't miss many of their players except Davy Proper. Davy Proper could be a big miss because he's a very, very important part of the Brighton squad. Other players missing are Welton, who you remember got injured in the Chelsea friendly, but he isn't a starter. Ryan is the keeper who's going to start. And in the same way, they are going to miss Izquierdo, but Izquierdo is also not a starter. They already have Trossard, Connolly, Maupay, so he won't be a big miss. Chelsea, on the other hand, have some injury problems because Ben Chilwell won't be fit for this match. Hakim Ziyech won't be fit for this match. Thiago Silva he's fit, but he might not be available to play for this match because of no pre-season. Pulisic is back in the training, which is a very big boost. But it doesn't look like Pulisic will feature in this match. So Chelsea are also missing some players, but Chelsea lineup is still very good. So the expected lineup in my regards will be Brighton will play Ryan, a back three of Webster, Dunk and Burn, Lamptey at the right, Lallana and Stephens in the middle, with Solly March at the left, and then having Connolly, Maupay and Trossard. That for me will be Brighton lineup for this match. Whereas Chelsea will line up with Kepa Arrizabalaga. He's getting a competition in Mendy, but I think he will start for the first some games of the season until he does not perform well. At the left, I think Chelsea will go with Alonso. At the right, I think Chelsea will go with Cesar Azpilicueta. In the middle, I think Chelsea will go with, in this match, they will go with Rudiger and Zuma. Now, the problem with Chelsea in this match, I'm just going to discuss it further. Let's just complete the lineup. I think Chelsea in the middle will have Jorginho and Kante because Kovacic is missing due to suspension, the red card he received in the final against Arsenal. Then I think in the front four, Chelsea will have Mount playing from the middle, Havertz playing from the right to fill that Ziyech void and provide the left foot. Hudson-Odoi at the left and Werner in the middle. Frank Lampard might surprise you and play Giroud at top and play Werner in the left, but I think he's going to persist with Hudson-Odoi. This is the time for Hudson-Odoi to prove himself whether he can start ahead of Pulisic or not. Now the thing that I was mentioning was Chelsea will have a problem which I think will be solved by Jorginho because with having Rudiger and Zuma in the middle and Cesar Azpilicueta, Alonso at the right and left, Kepa, the season that he had last year, and Kepa is still not as good at ball playing as Alisson, Addison are. So Chelsea will not be able to play from the back. But I think the middle one, Jorginho, is really going to help them in this match. But in the future, if Chelsea are looking to sell Jorginho, this is one department Chelsea are going to struggle a lot. So I think they have to see where they can go with this department. So I think this was the Chelsea lineup that I predicted and the Brighton lineup. Now amazing facts are that Chelsea against Brighton have had a very, very good record. This is the first fact, and Chelsea have mostly had some good matches against Brighton and they won mostly all of them except the draw last year, where Jahan Bath scored an overhead kick. Chelsea in the 17-18 season under Antonio Conte won the match at Stamford Bridge 2-0. Then they won 4-0 at Amex Stadium. Then Chelsea again next season at Amex Stadium they won 1-2, and at Stamford Bridge they won 3-0 with goals from Loftus-Cheek and Hazard, which were absolute beauties. Last season under Lampard they won at home, but where they struggled for 60 minutes again to break a team down. And they drew at Brighton, I'm really sorry. Brighton away, they drew at Brighton away 1-1 with Jahan Bath stunner. But that was one of the best Kepa performances of the whole season. Kepa really saved them from losing that game. This is a Chelsea record against Brighton. And Chelsea also have a very intriguing opening day record at away grounds. Chelsea had won all their away games since 2012. Until they played Man United. They beat Burnley 1-3. They also had won at Wigan Athletic in 12-13 season 2-0. And Chelsea also beat Huddersfield 3-0 under Sarri on the opening day away ground. But last year Chelsea faced a battering at the hands of Man United. That's where the record had went tumbling a bit. Brighton, on the other hand, since they have been promoted, they have lost 2 opening games while winning 1. So their record is very strange. So I think that was about the facts. Now let's just get on the last fact, that is Chelsea's away record last season was very entertaining. Chelsea won 9 matches, they drew 3, they lost 7. Chelsea scored 38 goals at away last season while conceding 39. Tammy Abraham scored 10 goals last season on away grounds. This really shows how good Chelsea were at away grounds in terms of scoring, but how bad they were in defense. Now let's move on to prediction. Will that continue? Will we have Brighton 2, Chelsea 4, Brighton 2, Chelsea 3, Brighton 3, Chelsea 2 like we used to have with West Ham, Sheffield United last year? I don't think so. This time the quality that Chelsea have is very different. Chelsea will have Timo Werner, Kai Havertz, Callum Hudson-Odoi. They will have players like Mount. So I think attackingly Chelsea are just going to score a lot in this game. Not in 3 or 4 regards, but I think Chelsea will at least going to score 2 goals in this game. And I think with the style that Brighton are going to play, it's going to suit Chelsea to defend. And I think especially being the opening game of the season, the happiness, the excitement that is there in the Chelsea camp, the rare thing is going to struck and Chelsea will keep a clean sheet. So my prediction is Brighton 0, Chelsea 2, and Chelsea starting the season in a very good way and building in a very good way for the Liverpool game. So I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you understand my perspective. Please leave your prediction below and please like, share, subscribe and hit the bell notification button. Thank you guys.